Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Joey Collects. Is I the one and only Joey. Today, we're in another, I know, I've been doing a lot of figure reviews lately. Like, this, I kind of like it though. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I offer a weird and beginner's take on figure reviews, but I like to have fun. I buy new shit. I like to show y'all some new shit. So here's some new shit, right? So, Garden State Comic Fest, I had to think of it for a second, was again a cool time, and a lot of content has obviously come out of that event. And I'm, to be honest, gonna start going to more comic events. It was cool meeting again new people, different stories, hearing about them, and you get to have encounters like this. When I went to a certain table that was a publishing table, and they had a guy named Nick Davis. He had this original idea. So I got issue number 1 of the comic. It's called Let's Hunt Monsters. And you can see it had a figure too. So I had to pick up a figure and see what that's about. He signed the autograph to himself. I love the artwork. It's very original. And the story is something that is even going to make you further be like, I see why this hooked you, Joe. I see why you're hooked. Before we get into it, as always, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to 800 subscribers, and let's get into this, because this is another one that really got me. Okay, so before we get into this figure, let's get into the comic real quick, right? So, you see the bear, you see this, clearly a monster type kind of thing, the autograph, number 1 in a 1-issue micro series, but he ended up putting out more comics and more volumes. So, this is, as you see, Mr. Button, the teddy bear monster hunter, and it's an action figure set. I'll show you in a minute, but we want to start here first. I love the lore, the story behind this. So, he is a monster hunter, but he's not just a typical monster hunter. Like, clearly, he'd be taking him out with a baseball bat. And on top of that, he's more of an anti-hero. You have to pay this man, whether it's money, whether it's something else. Like, you have to pay this man. It says, I'm not doing it out of the kindness of my heart. Like, you gotta pay me. What I like on top of that is, so the world this is these are your toys. The way I could put it is like that. These are different toys in your room, and they are fighting the monsters under your bed to keep you safe. But obviously with him, it's at a cost. Like, I'm not fighting these monsters off of you for free. I'll keep you safe at a cost. So that alone, I was like, damn, that's funny. Think about when you were a kid, your toys, and if you believed in like the monster under your bed or whatever, like, imagine your toys are keeping you safe from the monsters under your bed. Like, that's a premise I've never thought of. I thought that was so cool. So, just to talk to him and pick his brain and be like, damn, like, I love that. And just to show off some of the art, see, like, you can see the person is in bed or asleep, and look, in case you're wondering, this is bad, really bad. Like, he's getting ready to go under the under the bed and whoop some ass. Like, it is crazy. It's a cast of characters for sure. Like, it's so cool. I just want to show that off before I get into this, but I love the premise behind this, and it really captivated my imagination. Like, damn, I'd never would have thought about something like that. So I have to give them Nick Davis the props on that. I love the story, and let's get into the figure. Let's talk about this, because again, don't expect the world. This is somebody just putting something in your hand physically, like a figure, to go with the comic and your idea. So let's get into this. Okay, getting into this figure. So it says, Let's Hunt Monsters action figures. Mr. Button, the teddy bear monster hunter action figure set from Alt World Studios. So at the table, they had 3 different types of figures. They had a $10 one that was more non-articulated at all, didn't have any type of movement, just like a statue kind of. For $20, you get one of these more modular figures, and then they had an $80 offering, which was him, but at about an 8 to 10 inch scale. So I went with the $20 option. I wanted to see some of the pieces that come with it, and it was fun. Again, not the most articulated, but he's going to be modular. You see there's different arms on here, and so you can pop on for different posing. You have multiple weapons. So this looks like a shield here. Looks like maybe like a wrench, 2 swords, a laser gun maybe, and a hockey stick. It's crazy. And the box says, Mr. Button, the Monster Hunter, first appearance, the one shot. He has multiple aliases and affiliations, abilities, close quarter fighting, weapons, baseball bat, 9-iron, fight sticks, body parts, anything that comes hands to hand. Like, it's wild. It's a crazy story, but I'm really intrigued. So let's get him out the box and see what we really have inside. Okay, so this is completely modular. So you have your one bag that has the head moves back and forth, but you gotta pop all the limbs on. So you got another bag for your limbs, another bag, arms, foot, all that. And then you have your bag of accessories. You have your gun, you have your 9-iron, your bat, and all that. So let's rip everything out and we'll see what we got. Alright, so looking at Mr. Button, just to give you a little idea of his face, that man has seen some things. And I mean, you can tell that it's, look at the eye. It's probably, painted at home or something like that. But it's different and unique. And he's supposed to be really battle worn. He's supposed to be really beat up and rough and everything from all his experiences and scars. So it fits in with the lore. I understand it won't be the cleanest, but it is something different. And so I do enjoy it. Looking at some of his other pieces and parts he comes with, small little 3D printed things, small swords and everything, katanas, and they do punch in. You see the little, see if I can get it right there. They will punch into, certain of his hands have a hole for them to punch into. There we go. Then you have your 9-iron, your laser, and your trusty bat. So let's see if we can mix match some different looks for Mr. Button here. Now, I also did read in the instructions to use white tack to grip the joints. So I want to put them on first without tack and see if it's going to be more flimsy, if you need it, and we'll go from there, because I do have some blue tack, so we'll see what we do with that. I mean, I felt it was only right that I had to go, classic Mr. Button for the first pose. I mean, the resemblance. I will say that it will stand, and if you don't touch it, it'll be fine, but you might need some tack. There's certain arms where it will come off rather easy. If you put tack on, you might not have that issue. You got to put it in certain poses. Like, you can't put this arm close to the body because it'll come off, but if you aim it that way, it'll sit on just because of how it's cut. And the 3D printing could have been cleaner. Like, things like that. 3D printing could have been cleaner, for sure. That would have helped. But it's cool to have the comic and have kind of like the physical representation of it in your hand, even if it's something small. Like, it is modular. Again, it's not going to be some big, huge run from some corporation. Just somebody who wants to kind of have like a physical thing to represent their comic. Obviously, the comic's a physical thing, but having a little figure kind of to be able to build up the universe. I understand the point of it. It's like why we have action figures anyway today, right? So I do think it's cool. I do like it. It's different. And I don't know. It's a fun little thing to have, I guess. Like I said, the sculpts, this could have been cleaner, stuff like that. But it does pop in, and you can feel it. But see, the stuff like this, it comes like right off, so you probably will need tack. It pops on nicely, but just as easily, it pops right back out. The bat in the hand's a little tricky, but it sits in decently well. Man, I lied. Nah, just this foot's rough. This foot pops off a little too easy. This one's decent. This one's a little too easy. To get that hand, or to find that peg's in there, kind of blind like that, it's a little hard. It's a little tricky, but yeah, we got it back in. I do want to see about putting some tack in there. You know, it's blue. I'll see if that really helps. Okay, definitely use some tack. I put tack on this foot and it's better. And then these started falling off, so definitely use some tack. Yes, it is a rough 3D. Like, it could have been much better. They could have cleaned some of it up, for sure. But I understand for $20, it was like, you want something modular, something you can have that goes along with the story. I do feel like I feel like the mouth is backwards, either, or it looks like he's more like smiling, where that one's like, you know, he's gritting. And half his mouth is sewed up anyway on the picture, which is cool. Would have liked to have seen that. And I guess maybe that's that part. But I do like the kind of Punisher-esque mask or shield on his stomach. That's cool. I like that. And then, like I said, I know there's supposed to be like a stitch in here, and that's actually like a stitch from like him, you know, again, battle scars and stuff like that. Stuff like that I do like. I do think, even the ear partially being missing up there, I think that's fun too. So it's a little modular piece. It's cool. I think if you set it and leave it, you're fine. Don't try to articulate no type of way. Don't try to do too much with it. But if you set it and sit it right there somewhere, then you're good. But it's fun, and I really do enjoy the story. I do love the originality of it, and I do want to read more into it. Okay, so for comparisons, I thought this would be fun. Do something different, right? I feel like he could fit in somewhere between like these two. Or not even just these two cartoons, not just Dexter's Lab or Powerpuff Girls with Mojo, but I could see him as a villain on Powerpuff Girls, to be honest. But also, I look at him as like, even in that Billy and Mandy Evil Con Carne, I feel like he kind of fits in that universe too. But now, if he's your toys that are keeping you safe, what if he was fighting these? I mean, that works, right? I mean, monsters are trying to scare humans in the cartoon. Them evil, you know, Billy and Mandy, whatever, they buy toys and they genetically modify them to fight against the monsters trying to scare you. Mind blown. I'm building a universe in front of everybody. Alright, guys. So that's the video. I hope you enjoyed this wacky, weird, fun, mysterious figure and comic that I found myself being interested in. And I love the originality of the storyline, of the creator behind it. He is a character himself. I had the opportunity to talk to him for a couple minutes at the convention, and as you can see, I thoroughly enjoy like the artwork of it all. I enjoy the originality. Your toys are fighting the monsters under your bed. That just to keep you safe. But obviously at a cost. Like, obviously you gotta pay me, but I'm gonna keep you safe. Like, that's cool. And look, if you're a toy collector, think of like when you were a kid, all the toys in your room keeping the monsters under your bed at bay for you when you're asleep. Like, that's crazy to me. But I can keep rambling. Guys, thanks for watching the video. I had fun doing this, just building a whole universe real quick in 30 seconds. It was hilarious to me to even think to do something like this. I should throw my, not Skeletor, I should throw my Scare Glow behind him as like the evil lord at the end or something like that. Like, he's the demon lord at the end that he has to beat. You know what I'm saying? That, I don't know. Weird stuff like that, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Just on the concept of the comic itself. Obviously, the figure is just like a 3D printed modular kind of figure just to have for fun. But let me know your thoughts down below on the concept. Make sure to look up Altworld Studios and to look up Nick Davis, and I'll keep in touch with him. We'll see if we can get him on the show. We'll see. But until then, guys, thanks for watching, and till the next one, as always, peace.